Hey fellow pilots, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to episode 32 of Starsector, which originally aired live on Twitch August 28th. Alright, so let me do a quickest of quick recaps. Last stream, we managed to push the main mission ahead quite a bit. We take a look at our accepted missions. Right now we have Project Ziggurat. I don't want to spoil anything, nor should anyone that knows about Ziggurat spoil anything, but that is the next big main mission. And we still, of course, have the Red Planet exploration, but that one is pretty dangerous, pretty spicy as well. Ziggurat's spicy as well, so if you, without spoiling anything, if you haven't done Red Planet or Ziggurat and you're new or newish to Starsector, you've been sufficiently warned. It is not for the light of heart, the faint of heart. You're gonna need a big fleet. So we did end up completely smashing up 2 of these lovely legions. They aren't 14th battle group legions, but that does mean that my current fleet is absolutely bloat full, ridiculous, and before I have you all vote for priorities, I am going to be dropping these legions off because in no way am I going to be able to afford to... Well, they're not even outfitted all that well, but I'm not going to be able to afford to field them all. I am completely full of legions. It's kind of ridiculous. So I just spent 300 and something to repair them. I'm going to buy some black market stuff, and then we're gonna bring them home. Yeah, I think that's the right call. All right, let's bring them home. At some point I might demod them, but most likely to just sell them because we already have 14th Battle Group Legions. I don't need 4 Legions. There's almost not a scenario where that's going to be needed. I also did receive some feedback. So let me open that up. Some of the feedback received was, oh, you know what? I hadn't written it down. Good for me. But it was about planet and planet growth. So if we take a look here at our planet lists, our colonies, as you can see, Boomalope is not growing anymore. It's colony size 6. It's maxed out. And as a result, we can pull the cryo revival facility out of there. So I'm going to shut it down. Yep. And then Poetic just grew as well to 6. I'm going to shut that down as well. It's a very cool sound that you don't hear very often. Welcome, everybody. Ooh, little drams sitting around. Oh. That monthly income. These legions are expensive, but boy, floating these legions on the funds. So, I guess what I'm going to do is have you all polled about what I should do about these 2 legions. So let me do that right now. What should I do with these legions? Store them in reserve, sell them. Really the only 2 things I can do, but I'll put a vote timer up there. And then once I drop these legions off, I will poll you all about what I'm going to work on next, whether it is the main campaign, treasure hunting for blueprints and the like, or warring with other factions, or something user submitted, leaving it up to you. Man, these legions are slow. Oh boy. We are... Oh, and the Luddic Church is coming to Night Nave. So, let's take a look here. The Expedition's Space Forces are outmatched, and the Ground Forces are outmatched. So, I am going to... What is our current stance? They are fairly capable. They're targeting Night Nave because if it's a free port. The new legions are not 14. battle group. No, they're both standard legions. You can sort of tell just by quick glance because the 14th battle group a little bit orangey. See the orange tint here? And these do not have that sort of orange tint. That's one way to tell very, very, very quickly whether they're 14th or not. And the same stands for onslaughts as well. Onslaughts and legions are sort of orangier. Glitch, thank you for the bits. And JMC, thank you for gifting out a sub. Now, if I keep them, and I'm fine keeping them, I can't... The thing is, I can't really imagine a scenario where I'm going to need 4 legions. It's just not really good fleet design to have so many legions. But I could, if you guys want me to. Oh man, we are getting storm hit so hard. And a little reminder to Crag or anyone else, not to call you out specifically, but just because it isn't meta or isn't the wisest decision, I don't care. This series is about viewers offering up their feedback regardless of whether or not it makes sense. That part I don't care two licks about. So, you know, if there was a scenario where, like, let's say someone proposed that our entire fleet to be made up of, like, pirate mules as a combat fleet, I'm fine. That's fine. That's totally fine if that's a user-submitted suggestion and that ends up getting voted. Yes, obviously that is not meta, and we're going to lose a whole lot of mules, but, like, again, this series is not about doing the absolute most min-maxed decisions. If that was the case, I wouldn't have viewer input, because min-maxing something means basically ignoring input, which is not what I want. And actually, to be completely fair, mule meta is a thing. You can missile boat mule meta. I've seen it done, and it is hilarious, and it actually works pretty well. So what was asked, or one of you asked what happens to the Gamma Core? It's right here. It doesn't get destroyed, it just goes into storage. So I didn't answer at the time, but yeah, nuking my Crow revival doesn't matter, as you can probably see. I get it back. All right, now that we are home, you guys say store and reserve. That's totally fine. That is the winning choice. What I'm going to ask is, what is my current priority? This is going to dictate whether or not I store them now or store them later. So if we do the main campaign, I'm going to store them immediately. If we do treasure hunting, or possibly even warring with other factions, I'm going to store them later. I'm actually going to switch which ones are in service and which ones aren't. But knowing that we are keeping them means I have a bit of a giveaway to do, don't I? So if you're a subscriber of mine and you would like to be eligible for one of these 2 lovely new legions, really all you got to do is vote in this chat or type something. And any subscriber that types from here until the raffle is ended is eligible for a legion to be named after them. All right. The commerce here does not benefit from AI cores. So I'm going to unassign the AI cores in there. As you can see, there's no demands that commerce has, so there's no point in coring that. And while you're all voting on my priority up there, I'm going to leave a little bit extra time. Let me manage my bases. So, a colony threat. We do have this oncoming... Oh, we have a hedge colony threat too. A fairly capable, but they're outmatched. Yeah. Okay, so we have 2 threats coming in. And I'm not worried about either of them. They're outmatched and they're going to get smushed. This tech mining here, I'm going to leave up just a little bit more, but my guess is it's pretty tapped. I highly doubt I'm going to find much. Oops. Here, let me put this in mining, because as you can see, mining already has drug demands that we can help to mitigate. And what else was I doing? Oh, let's go over to Poetic and grab the other Gamma Core that I dropped in. Whoa, look at that monthly income. Holy cow. 3/4 of a mil. Night Nave is starting to catch up now, as I'm sure you can see. It's a lot of money. It's getting to a point where it's like more money than we even know what to deal with. One thing that I could do with these legions, I think we've already removed a D-mod or two, but I could start fitting them with bombers. What? How did I even build this? Dual flak, needler? Really? Okay, sure, whatever. Let's do some broadsword wings and what was it? Trident bombers, I think? Is that what I had on them? Man, I have a attention span of seconds. Broadsword and longbow. Oh, longbow. Okay, hold on. That makes a lot more sense. Confirm. Weapon. Dual flax. I didn't even check if I need dual flax, but since I'm so filthy rich, I mean, who really cares? And we'll see if I can outfit them, and if I'm missing anything, I will, I'll manufacture it. All right, Poetic is missing, and Industry. I might do mining here, only because it has some ore, and it wouldn't hurt. But I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Because I could also do commerce, too. It would just hurt my stability. Perhaps I... Oh, yeah, it needs a military base. Good point, good point. So, yeah, never mind. Done. That will be my 4th industry. Perfect. Alright, so let's grab the storage out of here. We have a Gamma Core stored. Is this... No, this isn't my stockpile. I was like, well, look at all this stuff. No, that's not, doesn't belong to me. This belongs to the colony. And I'd have to pay for it. So is there anything I can Gamma Core here? No, there is not. Let's go to Merps. What brings in big bucks? Mostly commerce. How am I today? I'm doing all right. I've been trying to clear up a sinus infection of mine, and it definitely gives me like one weird sort of pressure headache. So my brain is like kind of hazy, but luckily caffeine can help mitigate that. Baby. Oh, I have a high command here. Alright, sure. And we already have commerce here. And Merps is already colony 6, which is maxed. Yeah, I really don't know what I can add to Merps that would matter at all. So, cool. That one's done. I'm always congested. A perpetual state. So you all, that was my raffle timer. Yes. So, Harry the Herring. You're going to be this lovely Legion. And then Foolish Man-Thing. That is quite the verbose name for a Legion. But you are the other Legion. Now I'm going to head... Oh, and we just removed a D-mod from Harry, I think. What does the Cryo Revival thing do? The Cryo Revival is something that you're able to build if you have a Cryo Sleeper within 10 light years of a planet, and you've activated the Cryo Sleeper, and it dramatically increases population growth at really, really high cost. You need a lot of organics to make it work. But I would say it's worth it. Just my 2 cents. Alright, so now we have a timer on my main focus right now. And I missed a hydrate. How bad? Harry, cheers. So I would like to, let's see if autofit works. Oh, Lord, no, that did not work. I thought that was my... No, that's not my design. Broadsword, Warthog. Ugh. Hold on. These auto fits suck. So here's my build. What do I like better? Honestly, I don't even know. Let's go with this one. We're gonna save it, and then auto fit the others to be like it. That is not even close to the auto. Okay, so I'm obviously, the issue here is I'm missing gear. Because it's throwing in like random Hellbore cannons and other things that I wouldn't want on the ships. So, whatever. The outfit's a little weird. So it doesn't have Hurricane MIRV launchers, and I think that's the problem. I don't even really know if I want to use Hurricane MIRV launchers. I think missiles would be a good call. Yeah, I mean hurricanes or squalls are fine, I guess. So what can I manufacture? I can make hurricanes. Okay, so we'll make some hurricanes, and then there is the priority. So the priority is treasure hunting. Interestingly enough, cool. So if I'm going treasure hunting for additional blueprints, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put away my pretty much everything. Oh, right. Yeah, these are normal ballistics. True. Yeah, they have different mount points. Completely lost track of that. So these guys, let's rename this. This is 14 Elite. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this. Current. No, hold on. Current variant in here. Confirm. All right, so in the front here, I have a needler, and this is a medium ballistic. I gotta think about what I even want to put in medium ballistic. I think a heavy needler is a really good call, but do I have? Oh, I have 11 of them. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. Heavy needler is like a shield shredder. Now this has a range of 750, so I'm gonna redesign these real quick. The chain guns I had on the side are too short range to be effective because they're never going to be within the range of the heavy needler in front. So I'm gonna just do. Oh god, I hate mortars though. Hypervelocity. What is I mean, mortars are okay-ish. I don't know. Maybe I will stick with the chain guns, because if anything gets close to these guys, the chain guns will shred. When am I streaming RimWorld? If you go to Rhadamant.com, it'll tell you exactly. All right, autofit 14 Elite. All right, so now these two ships are identical, and then I have to design a non-14th ship. So the front point here is a medium. This will be a needler as well, and then these here can be maybe additional needlers to really shred shields for the bombers to bomb. Yeah, that seems okay. It's not perfect, but it's not that big a deal. Okay, so then this is just the Elite, and I will save it like that, and then auto fit this to the Elite, and there. Now they're all identical. Cool. So we have a 14th Elite and regular Elites. Nice. All right, I am going to go to my fleet and store my Onslaught, my 14 Legions, and also the Moras. I'm also going to store the, yeah. I'm going to store pretty much everything. I'll keep a 5 Tempests and some shielded cargo, and I'm going to be traveling like this. The reason I'm traveling like this is to remove demods off of these Legions so that they're even worth keeping in storage. So let me throw my... I'm not even looking at this point. Stuff that goes in the Tempests. Okay. It's a very weird fleet composition, but the current priority is now treasure hunting. For blueprints or other salvageables, but primary blueprints. Going to store excess fuel and store excess crew. I'm going to keep my crew ridiculously large, however. I'm going to have a lot of crew. That way, you know, if I find ships, I can bring it into service immediately. All right, we are good to go. And autosave is, let me know I should save. Thank you, autosave. So we do have some Luddic Path cells. Oh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go disrupt that, because why not? And then these expeditions here are completely outmatched, and I don't need to worry about that at all. So my plan is to get back to... Ooh, a pet Yoda. My bad. My plan is to get back to the core worlds and take a look at what missions I can pick up. You know, derelict missions, those sort of analyses. And then we'll get started. Luckily, now that I've refit these legions... Oh, yep. The hedge inspection... We are going to resist the inspection now. So 95 days, they're going to come, and how? They're strong, but they're outmatched. Did I find any high threat? I could do AI core hunting, yes. If next time there's a priority and it's viewer submitted suggestions, we can do that as well. Oh, let's go to Doomer. Where is Doomer? Oh. Why is there a distress call after I've already flown by it? Never mind, I'm not double backing for that. Yeah, so if you go to Intel here and go to warning beacons, I already have 2 warning beacons of high threat, which means that we could farm AI cores heading to those systems. If it gets to be a priority, that is. I have a question for you all. Should I name my Tempests? Very simple, straightforward question. You know, should I raffle them off or not? Actually, don't end up needing any of... Here, let me just clear the orders. Yes, I don't need any of that. I wouldn't mind another onslaught, though. So, I'll get one. I don't think Dooms are used very well as AI. I'll build an Odyssey just for fun, but honestly, I'm never going to use it. I will make some Apogees, though. I'm going to make 4 Apogees and 1 Onslaught. Apogees are some of the strongest cruisers, and it will serve me well, I think. Fix my chat. There we go. Dooms are great, but they're terrible in AI hands, which is why I tend not to give them to AI. Where am I? Oh, yeah, we're messing up those pirates. Those, not pirates, the panthers. And I'm over crew capacity by 5. I don't know how that happened. Alright, Luddites. Breaking everything for salvage. Why am I rich? Because I have a ton of colonies making stuff. So if we take a look at my colonies here, Boomlope makes an unbelievable amount of money as a result of selling food, recreational drugs, or organics, harvested organs, luxury goods, domestic goods, or general commodities. You know, merps, same deal, more or less. All of my colonies here are just churning out commercial goods for sale. Once it takes a while to invest in your colonies and to protect them, but then once you have colonies, you start to snowball. And this is true unless you have mods installed. Okay, where's their stupid base? It's got to be right here. Yep, here it is. Oh, it's not even guarded? Oh, this is just embarrassing. Well, I will buy their fuel before I raid their base. There's even someone trying to offer bounties here. That's funny. Alright, military options. Let's see if the Tempests can not blow themselves up here. I don't want to raid them first, I just blown up the base. My goal isn't war with the Luddites. It is to treasure hunt. And Luddite stuff is not really anything I care about. Let's see those attack lances. Come on, attack lances. Where are you, attack lances? There we go. So a few of the Tempests are getting overloaded, but I don't think they're getting destroyed. Come on, legions. You can jump in if you want. There goes that section. This one's gone too. I am quite the base buster now. I'll have you know that this Paragon can travel up to 85, which is not terrible for a massive ship. And 2 left. My tack lances and phase lances keep hitting the debris. It's hard to get a good shot. What are the ultimate plans of main guns? Well, I could either keep it auto pulse lasers, which it is now, or turn it to 4 tack lances. Or viewer submitted suggestions, you know, if you want to get strange with it. I think the auto pulse is really good in player hands because you can save up shots and totally split shields. But it's, you know, sort of personal preference to some degree, I think. Yo, don't get in... Okay, and you blowing yourself up. Bye-bye, Tempest. That was a Tempest suicide if I've ever seen it. I stopped shooting the moment it got in front of me, but I didn't hit X to turn off my weapons, and I think my auto weapons just kept firing on it or whatever. My ship is this one. this giant angry donut. Yeah, the Tempest was fine until it jumped in front of me. Alright, there goes the Panther base. So the reason I did this, and I should explain to all the new people, hey, Tempest didn't die. The reason I blew this up is they were using this space station as a way to send terrorist attacks to my base, to my worlds. So I've now disrupted that, and it makes my colonies safer. All right, I'm going to travel to Hybersil. I'm also a little tempted to just like buy a Paragon. And you guys say don't bother naming the Tempests. Got it. Right, so in terms of colony threats now, disrupted, right? All of the Panther cells are disrupted. We have a hedge expedition in 8 days, which is outmatched. A Luddic Church expedition, which is outmatched in 32. And then a hedge AI inspection, which I currently have given my space and ground forces the orders to resist the inspection, unlike last time. Ripperonis. And that is in 72 days, and they're outmatched as well. So my defense forces are going to manage all invaders without me having to lift a finger. At least for now. Cheers, Xavier. So now that I'm in the core worlds, I should start getting, what the? Why is there a conquest here? There's just a conquest floating here? What? I'm not gonna use story points for it. I'm just gonna salvage it because I don't need the money, and come on, conquests are fine. But that's pretty funny. Random conquest. You never know what you're gonna find in space debris. So we're still friends with Tritech, and I'm not about to sever that friendship, I don't think. So I'm not going to black market stuff while I'm down here. I'll sell above board to keep them happy. I'll even buy their fuel. Well, not all of their open market fuel. One of the things I'm here for to look is to see if they have tack lances. You know, it's possible, not likely, but possible I'll be able to buy tack lances off of them. So that wouldn't be terrible. I would much appreciate some tack lances. But no, none there. I can always check. There's one other world to check, but I'm mostly here to figure out where they send me for salvage and scrap and whatnot. That's over my capacity. I could also look to buy new ships. So to buy additional storage cargo ships. I know Colossus are pretty good cargo ships, but that's not really what I'm after. And my guess is they don't have tack lances here either. No, they don't. You don't want the Odyssey yourself, you just want one in your fleet, but you can't find the blueprint. Yeah, battleship blueprints are really tough to come by. What you can do is you can check in with the dockside bars to see if there's people... Oh, there's a Panther. A new Panther base already? Are you kidding? To see if anyone's willing to tell you the location or sell you blueprints. That's always a possibility. Full ion beam Paragon? I can't say I have. Alright, the Hedge Expedition just made landfall. We're, whoops! I have double-clicked there. Deliver food to Poetic? Oh, are you... Alright. Whoopsie. That would be my fault. Let's see if I can't remedy this somehow. I could also just, like, fail the mission. That's acceptable to me. Yeah, I'm just gonna fail the mission on purpose. Hey! All that food you wanted me to deliver? Yeah, I'm not doing that. Okay. My bounties. So we have... There's also the possibility of, like, if I wanted to potentially get another onslaught, this one's an outdated one. Not a good one. But if I wanted to potentially get ships, I can also take bounties to kill said ships. Could I just buy food at Boomlope and bring it to Poetic? Probably, yeah. But I would have to return home in 200 days. So there's that as well. Oh, yeah, I'll buy another Prometheus. As you can see, I am no longer commissioned. I could commission and buy Astral and then uncommission pretty easily. But I'm not going to do that less... You know, I don't really feel the need to expand my fleet just yet. So here is the brand new RR tanker. And I'm adding these things like it's going out of style because I'm just trying not to have to refuel very often, especially not in the core worlds, because they might at some point become hostile with me, and I don't want to run out of fuel because no one will sell me fuel. And hopping from pirate system to pirate system is really not a good way to go about it. Has no one offered any recent... Weird. Well, there's a lot of path base up here. I guess if I have no other leads, I'll just blow up path base. And yeah, it already has a drive. That was part of the auto fit. That was my my custom auto fit. I could have done the Starliner, but I don't go through crew the way I go through fuel. I have a ton of areas that have not yet explored. So if you zoom out, you could sort of see the X's here. Try to hide some extra data here. So anywhere with a X is somewhere fully explored. Anywhere with a question mark is partially explored. Anywhere that is just an empty box is unexplored. So I haven't explored here, 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 here. Like, there's a lot of this galaxy I've not yet touched. And each place has a potential for blueprints, has a potential for ships to bring into service, so on and so forth. Yeah, there's still a lot left to explore. Whoa, that is a big fleet. Alright, let me not fight that fleet plus the base at the same time. I'll take this fleet on, though. Hello. I would like to kill you. Puppy treats. Sure thing. Here, buddy. The proof of the Yoda cam. Yeah, the more... Now that I'm buying Prometheus tankers, I'll soon be able to transition from augmented field drives to tugs. But it's just that the tugs use a lot more fuel. So I'm trying to stock up on fuel tankers so that I can get rid of the field drives and free up 40 points for my primary ship. It would be very, very good. How many do I need? It really depends on the traveling that I'm doing. Like, if I'm fighting the core systems, and I'm not having to go very far often, I don't need a ton of fuel, right? But if I'm doing like treasure hunting, hopping from system to system doing exploration, I'm gonna want a lot more fuel. Okay. Their bulk is here. Let me go straight into the heart of their fleet. It is very strange to me. I mean, I understand it, of course, but it's very strange to me that Prometheus would even be placed on the same tier as, like, Paragons. They are not, similarly stacked. For Luddites, there sure is a lot of high-tech ships in this fleet. A bunch of Sunders and whatnot. Well, there were. Donk. Where'd that stupid... Oh, is it running? No, it's not going to be able to run out with me. Hey! Mike, thanks for the resub. This is their version of like a battleship, pirate battleships. It's really funny to watch a Legion burn drives. Oh! That right there was the chain guns, by the way. Chain guns are super strong in this current patch, but they're very short-ranged, so they're tough to use. But they're lovely, lovely to see every time it happens. Goku, cheers. Yeah, the Prometheus are battleships of Luddic design. They're very low tech. They're terrible. I mean, they're like F tier. Paragons are S tier, and those. Oh, I mean, not Prometheus, Atlas. Yeah, Prometheus. Prometheus is the fuel ship. I'm petting him, but he's not even turning towards me. Yoda. Here, I'll have to bait. There you go. Turn around. They tried to get nice and close. False sense of security and all. Yoda's 9, yeah. He's older. Alright, I should be able to leave now, right? Still no? Look at this poor enforcer. You're so outclassed, my dude. There we go. And do I want their garbage? I do not. Alright. I did that just so that they're... Well, let me hang out here for a second. Really? You're chasing me? You really do have a death wish. How dumb are you? Alright, the expedition force failed, and the hedge hates me for it. Wah wah, QQ. Alright, here we go. This will be a big battle. I just wanted to fly around to regain some combat readiness before I jumped into the next fight. Oops. I almost just shot at my own. I wonder how many... Okay, so one of the legions got undemodded first. The other legion drew short straw 3 times in a row. and ended up with 3D mods. So I know I said I'd treasure hunt, but I haven't gotten any treasure hunt leads, so here we are just mopping up Luddites, but I figured you guys wouldn't mind if I murdered some Ludds. Come on. They keep jousting here. They come forward and then they're like, oh, we're outclassed. I'm gonna see if I can't lure them forward a little bit. Surprise! Now I have to be mindful of my flux because firing off my phase lances and tack cannons, you know, my flux is getting near maxed. It's also hard to drop flux around bases because bases tend to have really extraordinarily good range. So you have to sort of back up and do it carefully. Here I go. And done. Just get it. Oh, it made it out with like one hull. That's just tragic. I can see in the top left that a bunch of them are getting disabled or fleeing. So once we get through the normal fleet, we'll be able to start doing something to the base itself. Bites the dust. But this is the sort of jousting that I'm talking about, where they essentially sit on the edge, the upper cusp of my engagement range, so that as soon as I can go in for the killing blow, they just back out. Because I'm a slow ship, I can't really chase it that effectively. Nothing like a hands-off battle, right? Oh, I lost another Tempest. And this time it was not in any way my fault. I wasn't firing. Which actually might be my fault, because I wasn't firing. Alright, we're getting through the chaff here, and soon we're going to get to the meat of the battle, which is their base here. As soon as I can get rid of these brawlers. I don't like entering starbase fights with a bunch of these sort of gnats, these like nuisance ships around, because the nuisance ships can get cheeky little like torpedoes and missiles off on you if you don't pay attention to them. Like in a worst case scenario, they could hit me with something that, you know, sort of disables me and has me sit. Alright, Tempest. Let's see. The Tempests that are remaining, I'm going to tell to back up. Whoa, I didn't realize there were so many ships on the other side of this station. I should be paying attention to that. But let me go over there and start to help out. And I am going to reintroduce the mules. They're going to come join me. So I'm telling the Tempest to back out because their combat readiness is decreasing. They've been deployed too long. Alright, so Tempest seem to have backed out. Now, I was only working on the left side of this station, so apparently the right side no one had cleared out. Not that I should have expected them to, but I need to make my way over there now. Disco ball incoming. A lot of ships. That's why I didn't want to go up against the fleet and the station at the same time, but they engaged me. Yeah, my Paragon still has a lot of combat readiness left over, you're right. I designed it to be deployed for a long time. Also, the Paragon doesn't consider what is around me is to be particularly high threat. Which is why I'm not using up my combat readiness much. I do need to ditch some flux, though. And in again. X is a very useful tool, which is hold fire all guns, so that you can ditch flux rather than fire till you overload. Get it! Come on. There you go. And then yeah, you could usually use F as well, but that doesn't get rid of hard flux, it only gets rid of soft flux. What you could do is you can use F, get rid of all of your soft flux, and then vent for the rest of the hard flux that's left. That's probably the safest bet. Okay, what are we down? Okay, they only have... Oh, they've enforced it. They only have a few ships left, so I should be able to start working my way to the space station. Man, this one was real well guarded. I hope there's a bounty on it. Not that I need the money, but I like to be paid. Paid for my hard work, you know? Human shield. No, I don't have enough flux to take that out. It's close. It's almost... This Citadel segment is almost tapped. But I risk overloading myself. Yep. I'm gonna need the legions to commit. Or, alternatively, to lose my own flux. Because there's too much garbage firing on me. There we go. I'm already on full assault. Full assault's kind of the default order. This is what the legions look like at full assault. They're not very assaulty. Oh! Speaking of which, this dude just lost his everything. Don't overload yourself. Okay, what they have left now is just like fighters and whatnot, so let's get this bastion. Ooh. I'm going to save up my auto pulse lasers for the other bastion. And you can see the ammo right there. I'm at 25. That'll do. And now back up. Do it again. Oh boy, you know what? Hold on. You go away. Back, retreat. You're what? Never mind. You're disabled. Too late. I don't really know what those legions are doing. It's disabled, it's not destroyed, so chances are I'll be able to recover it. Get out of here with your little bombs. Yeah, they're staying at bomber range, which is totally fine. Just means that I have to solo the rest of this base, which means I need to ditch my, ditch all my flux here. It's all hard flux now. Here, I'll hide behind the poor mule here. Sorry, mule. Mule abuse. Alright, I'm trying to get closer now. Let's go after the heavy support. Okay, so I've done a little bit to this heavy support. There we go, it's gone. Come on. Oh my god, just, there we go. Alright, one section down. We've got the heavy citadel and then 2 stronger sections to go. I think my best bet is to go for the other heavy support that's on the other side of the station rather than going for their big heavy combat module, so that it's a there's only 2 dangerous ends of the citadel. Oh, so close to flux. Ow. Can't believe they still have enforcers. Might want to send everyone else out. What is their... No, combat readiness is fine. Combat readiness of the mules are a little low, and they're honestly not doing anything. But the other legion is still combat ready enough. And, okay, so we're down to 2 sections. Gotta do this methodically, because if I go all in too early, I get melted. Because the station will not... A station's flux limit is, high. But actually, the station guns don't seem to be pelting me all that much, so I'm gonna take a bit of a risky venture. And I'm not going to back up too far. Damn, and it paid off. Oh, it paid off. Alright, you back up. You're about to get yourself blown. Just me and a station. So there's 3 armor segments here, and you can blast through one of the armor segments and then blow up the station without having to do all of the armor segments. So that's what I'm going to try to do, is focus on one corner of it. I overloaded it. That's rare. Uh-oh. Ah, shields up! And there goes that armor. Let me into your fleshy insides. That sounds wrong. Phrasing. So much phrasing. Alright, we're very, very, very close, but my flux got too high. Do it! Yeah! Oh, okay. Die, you dumb Ludds. Claiming victory. Consider ship recovery. Well, has extra D mods now. And I'm gonna get the Tempest as well. Alrighty, let's save. That was a very long fight. And head back to the core worlds to try to pick up a reason to treasure hunt. Thank you for tuning in to Starsector, which originally aired live on Twitch August 28th. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my countdown timers to upcoming streams, as well as my stream schedule, links to Twitch and Discord where you can sign up for announcements. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.